Hey friends, welcome to today's video. Today we are testing a foundation and I'm pretty darn excited to test this foundation. I actually feel like I need to give you a little backstory on this video. So I was gonna do a video today where I tested like the top 5 highly rated drugstore foundations from Ulta. So I went on the website, I pulled the foundations based on, ratings and drugstore prices, and I had my list and I was ready to go. And then as I was gathering notes for each foundation so I could share it in the video, I saw that this one from L'Oreal, the Age Perfect Radiant Serum Foundation Sunscreen SPF 50. I saw on the website, it actually says that this was designed for mature skin. And I don't know that I've ever seen that as like a marketing benefit of a foundation. I mean, I know that I have foundations that I've shared that I thought would be great for mature skin, but I don't know if I've ever seen one actually marketed that way. So I kind of scratched my idea of applying 5 different foundations and removing them and really only giving you insight into like how they looked in that moment, but I really wanted to test this and wear this for the full day. So I will still be doing that video, but today's video is just going to be focused on this one because this was highly rated, and it wasn't just on Ulta's website. I looked on other websites that carry drugstore foundations and I saw this one as a consistent, highly rated, best-selling foundation, and it's marketed for mature skin. So let's give this a try. I have very high hopes for it. Let me give you the rundown on this foundation and then we'll get started with the application. I filmed a little video earlier. I feel like I'm looking like a hot mess. I did a lipstick swatch try-on video and I tried on 15 different shades of lipstick. My lips are just like cherry red. But I did remove my foundation. I made sure my skin was perfectly clean. So this is the Age Perfect Radiant Serum Foundation. It retails for $18 on Ulta's website, $17.99 on Ulta's website. I'm sure that's going to vary depending on if you pick it up at Walmart or Target or Walgreens, who knows. But at Ulta, it's about 18 bucks. It comes in 15 shades that I saw on Ulta's website. It is, like I said, marketed for mature skin. It has an SPF of 50. It is described as being lightweight and it will not settle in lines. I clearly saw that stated on Ulta's website, will not settle in lines. Big claim to make. And on Ulta, it had 3,760 reviews at the time that I filmed this video with an average of 4.5 stars. People love this. I haven't used this. It's never been on my radar before today. So I'm super excited. All I have on my skin is moisturizer. I just removed my makeup and applied moisturizer. I don't even have my tinted SPF on today. So what you are seeing is my bare skin. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. Before we get in the application, I just want to drop in real quickly. I mentioned maybe a month or so ago that I was going to kind of sporadically and randomly start doing this, but I'm going to drop the discount code on bkbeauty.com. I'm the founder of BK Beauty, by the way, if you're new to my channel. 20% discount, but it's only for you guys that are watching my video the first day that it goes live. So this video or this code will be active for, let's make it for 16 hours from when this video goes live, and it's friends20. You can use friends20 on the bkbeauty.com website and get 20% off for the next 16 hours. And again, if you're seeing my video the next day and the code's no longer valid, don't worry. I'm gonna make it a point to sporadically and randomly drop these discount codes in my videos as a way to just thank you guys for, being here and watching my videos, because none of this would be possible, as I say it so frequently, without you. And I am so thankful. And it's just a small little way that I can say thanks. Okay, let's go ahead and get started. So I picked up the shade Ivory 10, by the way, Ivory 10. Let me see, let me squeeze this out onto the hand. Okay, so this is what the consistency of the product looks like. This definitely looks too light already. You can see that it's slowly sliding down my hand. So that gives me the information that this foundation is a thinner consistency, but not super thin. If it was very thin and watery, it would move down a lot faster, but it's definitely moving down the hand. So it's not a thick formula. I wish I had gotten a darker shade, but that's okay. I'm gonna squeeze out a little more because I feel like I'm gonna need to use a little more. I'm gonna use my BK Beauty 106 brush and I'm just gonna kind of pick it up on the back of my hand. I'm gonna start in the center of the face. If this foundation is really as good as everyone says it is, I'm gonna need to go get this in my actual shade. What does it smell like? It kind of reminds me of a skincare product. I actually wanna feel this with my fingers. Ooh, okay, this feels like a moisturizer. Wow, that shade is really light. That's okay. Okay, so applying it with my fingers works really well. It does kind of shear it out a bit. I'm gonna apply it with a brush on the other side. Oh, this is really pretty. Okay, so it's giving the skin a really beautiful glow. Do you see that? That is really nice. Okay, I'm gonna take a little bit more and we're gonna just try and build a little bit. Oh my gosh, the shade is so wrong. But as promised, I'm gonna wear it all day so that I can come back and I can show you guys at the end of the day how it wore. Now, I don't want to make the mistake of applying too much, because when you apply too much foundation, I don't care what kind of formula it is, you can have issues with it settling into lines or creasing or just moving. So I'm going to make sure that I do this foundation justice and I really blend it into the skin and absorb any excess. All right. Okay, so the 106 blends it in beautifully. Honestly, my fingers blended in really beautifully as well. Okay, so here's what you're seeing. You're seeing quite a ghostly face here, but that's okay. Coverage is not full, but it's nice and natural, and I would say almost medium-ish coverage. I can still see my skin through it, but it definitely evened everything out. Even though it's the wrong shade, it did fully even out the skin. Okay, let's go and apply the other side. I'm actually gonna just use my fingers. I'm just gonna spread this. This really just feels like a moisturizer. I cannot get over it. It feels like a tinted moisturizer. I love that it has an SPF of 50. That's a huge bonus for me. I kind of would compare it to the It's CC cream, but a lighter version. It's CC cream offers a ton of coverage. This not so much, but that product I can apply with my fingers and has an SPF of 50. And this one I feel like I can apply with my fingers and has an SPF of 50 also. All right, you guys, let's go ahead and use the brush and go back in. I don't think I actually needed that second pump now, or that little second dispensive product. Oh my gosh, this is so funny. This shade is so light. Let's just try and ignore that. I'm gonna go back in with bronzer and really try and work this out. And then my lips are so cherry red from all of these swatching. All right, you guys, let's see. Okay, I have quite a bit left. I really didn't need as much as I thought I needed. All right, let's look in kind of assess the situation, then I'll go in and finish off with my concealer, bronzer, and all the rest. Okay, so it looks very beautiful. Definitely more of a sheer to medium coverage. I stole that one from Caden from Blue Mercury, by the way. But medium is basically sheer to medium, but not quite medium. That's what you're gonna get. You're not gonna get full coverage from this foundation, but you are gonna get a nice natural coverage and a very, very beautiful glow. Like, it's glowy and shiny, but I don't mind it. Usually I mind glowy, shiny foundations. I don't mind this one. This one looks very beautiful. Okay, let's go in and add some concealer. I have the L'Oreal Infallible Full Wear, and I have the shade 355 Vanilla. This might be too light for me too. Ugh. I don't know what I did here. I just got too light of shades. This isn't too bad, actually. Okay, so let me go blend this in. Let me go add bronzer, and then I'll come back. So I have the rest of my makeup on. I tried to kind of even it out with bronzer, but you know what? It is what it is. It's a little too light. That's okay. I can still gauge the foundation and the performance of the foundation. So what I added, real quickly, I added a little bit of the Infallible Fresh Wear Bronzer. I am the shade Light Medium. That's the one I added. I added the tiniest bit of powder just to set. I didn't want to add too much powder because obviously it would affect the performance of the foundation. I didn't want to get confused over, you know, what actually gave me coverage. And if there were any issues with the foundation later, I wanted to truly know it was the foundation and not extra products that I layered. But I took the smallest amount of the Fresh Wear foundation in a powder. I used a large fluffy brush and literally just applied the most sheer layer. And then for blush, I added the L'Oreal True Match Super Blendable Blush in the shade Tender Rose on the cheeks. So I don't think I altered the finish of the foundation. Right now it looks really beautiful, very natural, definitely a radiance and a glow, but it doesn't look shiny at all. It feels extremely lightweight. It doesn't feel tacky at all or sticky or wet. It just feels like natural skin. It feels extremely lightweight. It almost feels like I have nothing on. Yeah, and it just looks very, very beautiful. I don't think it necessarily blurred texture, but it's definitely not settling or emphasizing texture. Okay, you guys, it is actually kind of late in the day right now. It's about 1:30 p.m., but I'm gonna do my final check-in with you guys tonight at home after a full day. I'm gonna be here working at the studio for about another hour and a half. Then I'm gonna go pick up kids and be a chauffeur for a couple hours, driving to and from activities, coming home, cooking dinner, doing all the things, and then I will pop on at the end of my day and we will take a look at this foundation. But so far I like it. So far I really, really like it, and it does feel very unique. It doesn't feel like every foundation out there. So it's, to recap, lightweight, natural, radiant glow. It feels like skincare, very natural and very beautiful. Okay. I will see you guys in a bit. Okay, everyone, it's time for the evening check-in. It's only about 7:15 p.m. So it has been enough time. I feel like I can give a fair review of this foundation. So I haven't really touched up at all. I applied a little bit of the L'Oreal Infallible powder after I originally applied it, but I was very, very light in my application because again, I didn't want to alter the coverage or the finish of the foundation. So here are my thoughts, and I'm actually going to grab my large kind of Ilios, and I'm going to look in this as I share my thoughts, and you guys can see them here. So I feel very shiny. I don't think I look as shiny as I feel, but I feel very shiny. I definitely feel like it's time to touch up. But with that said, the foundation looks pretty good. There is definitely some area here where it transferred off my nose from my sunglasses, but that pretty much happens with every foundation, so I'm not really gonna ding it for that. Overall, I think it's a really beautiful foundation for mature, dry skin. If you have normal skin, you might feel like it's a bit shiny. If you have oily skin, I suspect that you will feel it is very shiny, but I think it looks good. I'm filming this footage from my cell phone, by the way. I'm just sitting in front of a natural window. There's not a whole lot of light because again, it is almost 7:30 p.m. I'm using a very low setting on my ring light, but this is how things are looking. I definitely don't feel like it's accentuated texture. You can see it's kind of worn off here, but that is also more of my concealer area. I'm not completely blown away with this foundation. It's not gonna be a favorite of mine, but I do think that it would be a great foundation for a specific skin type. And again, that is a skin type that tends to be drier. It is someone who really likes a very lightweight, very natural coverage, very natural finish foundation. I think this really does kind of hit the nail on the head for those benefits. So that's my review of this foundation. I hope you guys found it helpful. Let me know if you've tried this and what your thoughts are. Do you agree with me? Do you disagree with me? Let me know. All opinions are welcome. Thanks so much for watching this video, and I will see you guys in my next one. Bye.